Hey guys, I just got back from the grocery store, so I thought I would do a haul for you because I haven't done one of these in a while. And this was $100, and I don't know how. I clicked like no receipt, and I wish I had it because it just does not seem like $100 to me, but it is what it is. I got some chicken. I'm gonna put this in the slow cooker, and you put the fajita seasoning on it, and you put, it says pecani sauce, but I like salsa better, so I put that in a crock pot and let that cook like on high for 4 to 6 hours. And then we put it on these little taco shells, these flour tortilla shells. And I got some sour cream for that. So that's gonna be supper. And I may not use all of this chicken. I may try to save some of this chicken and do something different with that tomorrow, just because $100, that's crazy. So I got these just for a quick lunch for whoever needs to take those. I got these little Christmas tree brownies and these little cakes that have like cherry fill. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, got that. I got some trail mix. I thought that looked good because it has walnuts in it, cranberries, raisins, walnuts, dark chocolate chunks, pecans, and blueberries. So I thought that looked good. That'd be something to munch on. I got Airheads for trick-or-treating, suckers. I got these pretzels, and we also have some candy from last night that we got at Walmart, but we just needed a few more things to mix it up just to have some different stuff. Got 2 Red Bulls. I got 2 of these because they were on closeout for $3.50 and they had been like $6. So I got 2 of those because they smell super good, and that was a good deal. I got these peppermint swirl. It's peppermint swirl wax to stick in the wax warmer. It smells so, so good. And then we needed some light bulbs. So I wanted daylight. I couldn't find anything. This will just have to do for now. But I got 2 packs of those, and those are pricey too. So I guess it's $100. I'm not sure how, but yeah, there you go. $100. Doesn't take much, guys. Have a big like trick-or-treating bowl, like a Halloween bowl. I have no idea where that's at. So we're just going to put this in these just normal mixing bowls. I guess you'd say they're Pioneer Woman. So it'll do. So just going to mix some of this Halloween candy up and shoot. Oh, we got a little coloring page. I'm just going to try to mix this up. Maybe I should just do pretzels in one. Because this was 40 bags of pretzels. I'm going to do that. Then we'll do these Tootsie Rolls. Oh man, I want to have to use my teeth. Why is this? I never get a tear shirt. Oh, it worked. Okay. So there's a Tootsie Rolls there. And then we have some suckers, plain. The Halloween candy was wiped out at Walmart last night. And Food City really didn't have anything today either. So we're just going with it. So if you come to my house trick-or-treating, you're probably not going to get the best stuff, but it'll do. It's better than nothing, right? Maybe I need another one. Hang on. Okay. And clear bowl. So we got gummies because, like I said, there was nothing to choose from in the candy aisle. So let's just put those gummies in there. And are you healthy? Are you a big helper? Give me a kiss. Oh, he's a good boy. That's a good boy. There's nothing you can have. Where's your bone? I got you a new bone. Ah! No. Alright. Okay. So, there you go. This is trick-or-treating candy. I guess we'll give somebody this little coloring sheet, or Allison might want it. I don't know. But there it is. How much are you getting? No. bird. Okay, but that is it. So first thing I'm gonna do is add my chicken to the crock pot. And I think there's 5 or 6 chicken breasts in this pack. And I was gonna split it up and try to do something different with it. But you never know who's gonna show up here, like my kids, grown kids, to eat. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cook all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook it all because we can just have leftovers with it tomorrow. If we have leftovers, we'll just eat it tomorrow. So then I'm just gonna salt it a little bit and pepper. Then I'm gonna add the 2 packs of fajita seasoning. I'm just gonna pour this over the chicken. Then I'm gonna add the salsa on top of all of that. I just want to kind of smooth that down, maybe mix it up a little bit with that seasoning. But then I'm gonna cook this. Then I'm gonna set this for 6 hours on high and put the lid on it, and then when it gets done I'll show you what it looks like. But I just shred it up and it is so good. A lot of times everybody likes them on the shells with like sour cream, but I like just to eat it out of a bowl, just make a bowl of it. But yeah, I'll show you when it gets done. So this is what the chicken looks like when it's done, and it is so good. The only thing I would do different, I wouldn't add the salt because I think the seasoning is salty enough, but it was very good. So we ordered this kit from Pack Fresh USA, and it comes with 100 bags. There was gallon, quart, and pint. There's 100 oxygen absorbers, and then it also came with this little, it's like a little flat iron. It's a bag sealer. Alden already bagged a couple, and he said he didn't care too much for the little sealer that it came with. So I just used our flat iron. But I had bought that cheese off Amazon. It was $15, and I had bought some just noodles from Food City, just the Food City brand noodles. But you can put the noodles and the cheese in these Mylar bags, and you can put an oxygen absorber in there with it and seal them, and they'll last like 15 to 20 years. They'll last a long time. I actually asked my kids, I said, if we were snowed in for a week or two, or we were running low on food for some reason, what's something you would eat? Give us some ideas. So they both said macaroni and cheese. Well, we like macaroni and tomatoes. We're from the South, and we were just raised on that. And we love macaroni and tomatoes. Just noodles, and you pour tomato juice or like whole tomatoes in it. And I forgot to tell you, the kit from Pack Fresh USA was $50-ish. It was 50 something, I can't remember. But that's the place to go if you want to buy the Mylar bags. I put 3 cups of noodles, and I put 1 cup of cheese. And you probably will have milk and butter, but if something happened, your electric was out or something, you didn't have butter or milk, you can just use water for your noodles and add a little bit of water and add this cheese. I mean, it's not going to taste as good, but it's going to keep you alive. But here you see I'm sealing this with the flat iron, and I just hold that like a second or two and then just slide it off and it seals. And then I think I go back and I press it just like that. Just press that and seal that bag up, and you're good to go. I do the same thing with the cheese. I put the cheese in the bag, put the oxygen absorber in there with it, and then I seal it up. There is a tear strip on these bags, but the other end is open. When you seal these bags, if you have any extra bag left, you can just trim that off if you want to. You don't have to.
These take a few hours before you can start seeing that it's pulling the oxygen out of the bags. So like by tomorrow, it'll be completely vacuum sealed. I'm having to voice over this part because my dog was talking to every dog in the neighborhood, and nobody decides to mow their yard until I want to do video. So I had to just do this and voice it over. So I hope this makes sense, but I'm just wiping the cheese off where I'm going to seal there. And then I'm just going to take the flat iron and I'm going to seal this cheese bag the same way I did the noodles. So like I said, you just take the flat iron and you hold it a second or two, and then you just slide it across and it will seal. I write on my bag before I put anything in it. That way I write what it is, how much it is, and date it. That way it's just easier to write on a flat bag versus when it's done and it's got something in it. But yeah, you just seal that up, and if you have any extra bag at the top, you can trim that off. I just left it there. If you use a really big bag, you can also trim that and seal all four sides and reuse it. But this is the tomatoes. We can tomatoes over the summer. We can whole tomatoes. That one's it. That one's a whole tomatoes. It didn't focus very well. But then this one's tomato juice, and we have all kinds of stuff like that. So if you have a garden, it might save your life sometime. So that one is the one that Alden done a couple of days ago, and it's vacuum sealed as you see. And then these are the ones I just did, so they will end up vacuum sealing. So our refrigerator died, and we noticed that things weren't very cold, and then there was some popsicles in the freezer and they had melted. So we thought it was just the freezer, but it ends up it's the freezer and the fridge. So I've got a mess here. So I'm just going to clean out these drawers, and then at this point, the refrigerator was still working. Well, I'm voice overing this the next day, and our refrigerator's not working. So I've got to clean the fridge out because it's under warranty. So we called LG, and their customer service was great. And they're actually sending a technician out today at 1 o'clock to check this out. So hopefully we can get this fixed and up and running because our deep freezer is full of everything. So thankfully we had that deep freezer for backup. And we don't have an extra fridge, but we hadn't bought groceries in a while, like a bunch of stuff. So we really didn't have anything that mattered. I mean, just like the condiments and stuff, they're going to be fine sitting out on the counter. But there was just I think we had just bought a gallon of milk, and I froze that in the deep freezer. So we didn't really lose food. But it's just one thing after another, guys. It's always something. But thankfully, it's under warranty, and we'll get that fixed. It's just a bump in the road, and that seems to be the theme here, is a bump in the road. But God is good. He sees you through it, and luckily, we have the money to even replace it if we need to. So very thankful for that, but hopefully that he can get this up and running and it won't cost us too much.
So my third box, we're going to do feminine hygiene. It's really something you don't think about, but if you're a girl or a woman, if you have girls, then you may end up needing this if you are snowed in, or if it's an emergency or something like that and you can't get to the store for a week or two. Sometimes you don't have things like that. Sometimes you don't have things like that bought up. So I know that I've needed things like this and had to run out and get it. Well, what if you can't? So this is going to be our third box. So I just got some pads. And if you're a guy, you're probably not going to be very into this video, but that's okay. And maybe I should just take these out. So we've got pads, and I got some tampons. And I'll go ahead and take these out too. But hey, if you're a guy and you have a nosebleed or something, stick one of these up in there. You may need this box too. That's what I'm getting at. I got some wipes, and if these dry out over time, you can just add water and moisten those back up. Got some panty liners. Deodorant, and all these things were like, well, the pads and tampons of course were more, but these little things were just $1 in like the dollar spot at the Dollar General store. So I got a thing of deodorant, hand sanitizer. And I seen this and I thought, well, you never know. So I got a little nail set. And I also seen a little sewing kit for $1 and I thought that might be something too you need. You never know. So we got that. Also got a single roll of toilet paper and I just thought I'd throw that in the closet or something with these tubs. But toilet paper is something good to stock up on in bulk. But I thought this was individually wrapped and it was $1, so I got it. So I got this box labeled. So put the lid on that, and that one is feminine hygiene. So now we have 3 tubs here, and I would say this has been maybe $30 or $40. So just something to think about when you're at the store, at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, getting groceries, whatever. You can always just throw something extra in your buggy and you can fill up these little bins, stick these in your closet or under your bed, somewhere like that. And if you ever need anything like this, you've got it. I know one of my kids have already opened these and used one. You just never know when you're gonna need something like that. So, you know, it's not necessarily just for an emergency situation, but you'll have it if you need it, if that makes sense. But this is something that I just think is really neat to do, along with the food storage. You've just seen that, but you just never know, and it's good to be prepared for the unknown. If we can take anything from COVID and go with it and learn from it, it is you never know. So you'll have things you need and you won't throw it out to the store, or even if your neighbor needs something or you know somebody that needs something during a time like that, then you can even gift them. You know, if somebody loses their job or they're just having a hard time and you know that they're gonna need things like this, you can gift it. You just, you know, here, take what you need out of it. But it's just something to think about, something good to do. And I'll just go ahead and close out this video here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please like and subscribe.